I've been beaten twice by Agbero. They removed my plate number, seized my driving license, took everything.
This is Lagos, a city where everyone comes to hustle, the young and old, men and women alike, all pressing forward to survive. One of the most important aspects of living in Lagos, one of Africa's most populated cities, is the ability to move around. Transportation is not just a necessity here, it is a big business. But oftentimes, it feels like only those who can muscle it out with touts and task forces can thrive. This has left the transportation sector largely dominated by men. Yet, there are women who have found the courage to navigate this tough but vital business. Meet Victoria, popularly known as Vicky, a single parent and one of the few women behind the wheel of a commercial bus in Lagos.
I'm a commercial bus driver in the streets of Lagos. I'm from Delta, but I was born in Lagos State. I'm an undergraduate. When I finished my secondary school, I had to apply for culinary studies. So, but I couldn't further on that because of finances. So I had to look for alternative. I started working. That is just
in Lagos, waking up early is not an option. It is a dare. But for Vicky, it's her lifestyle.
I wake up by 5:30 because of my son. I'm a single parent. Sometimes this job is very, 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 very stressful. So when I start my day, it's not that something that I want to do because the body pain and everything, but you just have to go out to feed, you have to go out to work. So that is just it. You have siblings, you have parents to take care of, and you have yourself to take care of. So it's not been easy. But with God, I'm just trying. I know God will help us.
Before this, she once ran a business at Computer Village, but the activities of task force pushed her out. Sadly, in transportation, she faces similar struggles.
For me, I always pray that if not the government and the situation of the country, it's not a good one at all. It's a very difficult one. I've never dreamt of becoming a commercial bus driver. Yes, life was so difficult with me years back, and it's not that everything is okay now, but I thank God for how far He has helped me. I was once walking granules in the streets of Lagos at Computer Village. So then the Kai people, they will come, take, like, you just finish frying granite like two painter, and I'm coming down from Ogun State. So once I just get to Ikeja, before you know, from nowhere, the Kai people will just come, they'll pack the whole granite, and for that day I would cry, and I was just kind of managing. It wasn't a funny one at all. And with my son, then he was just like a year old. So what I now decided to do, I started working at a bakery. So I was working at a bakery as a sales attendant, but it was so difficult because any slight mistake, they will have to debit you, and then we are paid 16,200. So sometimes imagine you working from the beginning of the month and they are paying you in the second month, half of the second month, and you are going home with 8,000 naira. So it was too difficult. So I decided, okay, let me start selling the bread. So I decided to start selling the bread. I was hawking the bread in Computer Village. If you go to Computer Village and ask about me, nobody that does it for me. I was hawking the bread. Then 2029, I had a fire explosion, like a gas explosion all over me. But I thank God, if you didn't come close to me, you won't know. All my face was burnt down, and all my part of my body was burnt down, and the rest. So when the money I spent and God helping me, people that came to help me at the hospital took care of me, and I came out of that incident. So I decided that I can't, because already I've owed a lot of debt. So, and I had a vehicle I was using, a Joe 405 vehicle that I was using then. So I decided, okay, let me see if I could start transportation, because I needed to pay my hospital bills. So that was when I decided, okay, let me start the transportation business. Though it was so challenging because of things we went through, it was so challenging. Like coming out, I was so ashamed, like with the scars all over my body, trying to call passenger and all those stuff. So I just like, okay, that was how I started gradually into commercial business. But it wasn't a funny thing for me then. I just had to do it because I needed to take care of my son and I needed to take care of my health. So that was what made me to adventure into transportation. I have been beaten twice by agbero, so it's not easy because sometimes you may come out and because you're a lady and because of your tiny voice you're trying to shadow passenger, and then I don't know much about the road, I don't know about the business very well then. So if I just come out and like express shop price secretariat, from nowhere somebody can just come and close my vehicle because he is also a commercial bus driver, so they usually look down on female bus driver a lot. But I just had to keep pressing on because I don't know what to just fall back to. Then I've worked with people, and the last person I worked with really dealt with me. Like after promising heaven and earth, after saying I will pay you 60,000, when the month ended, I was given 15,000 as my salary. So I decided not to work for anybody. I just had to bear whatever embarrassment, the shame, the pain, just to keep having my life on track.
Like many drivers, she knows the transport sector is largely in the grip of touts. For Vicky, this calls for government intervention to sanitize the system.
Government should please help us. I am not going to be sentimental about this, but government should help us when it comes to the issue of ladies on steering. It has not been easy. Like we go through hell. We are talking about the tax force, the MOT, some government offices that will just come and they don't care whether you are a lady, whether you are a man. The bullying is too much when it comes to transportation. So I want government to please help us look into this. We need to know that drivers are not lunatics and drivers are not nuisance. We move people from one destination to the other, in the sense that we move people from one place to a place of greatness. So people might have appointments, and if drivers are not on the road, they won't be able to take them to that place in which they have the appointment. So I would like government to please help us, encourage us in this business. It's not been easy. Please, government should help us look into this situation where some office personnel will just come and intimidate us. The last man, the MOT, the tax force, they are really treating us badly on the road. And I don't imagine you are arresting a boss in a day. We probably can make maybe 30 or 40,000. You are arresting a boss and you are giving us a ticket of 150,000, 250,000. How do you want us to survive? And it's so shocking that recently civil defense came into action trying to apprehend vehicles. And I don't know what Lagos State government is doing into this. Please, the Lagos State government, I am begging the governor, please help us commercial drivers. We need your help. The agberos, they are treating us badly. MOT, the last man, they are all treating us badly. We are not mad people. We are just trying everything possible to survive. We are not thieves and we are not hooligans. Along the Coca-Cola junction, immediately after ShopRite, there's some PIs. It's like the PIOs, I don't understand. They asked for my driving license, which was updated, my driving permit, I gave them everything, and they asked for my bus documents, and I gave it to them, and it just expired recently. And since they couldn't have anything to hold me on, because I was pleading that I just came out from the hospital, I was treated badly. Like they removed my plate number, seized my driving license, took everything, and even called a towing van. I was crying and everything. They were not even ready to listen. People gathered to plead. But I was able to go with my boss, and later I had to go to their office to plead. But you can see they removed my plate number and even broke it. So it's a very bad experience. So we go through a lot of challenges from this uniform personnel on the road. So it's not easy.
For her, driving is more about survival than passion. She's paying off a bus on hire purchase, and though she has completed about 80% of the payment, every day is still a struggle.
Actually, the bus is not totally mine. I'm paying instrumentally for the bus, so that is another issue about it. Because it's not easy to just carry 3 million, 4 million together. So I'm working on making payments. My payment plan, my health has not been really helping out in the issue. My health has not really been up in that because for about some time I've been very, very strong. So anytime I'm out, I'll just walk, and sometimes I go with minus because I just need to make sure that the money I couldn't meet up with, I'm able to pay back. Presently, I've been able to make like 80%.
But behind the wheel is not where her heart truly lies. Vicky's passion is in cooking.
I said it initially that I love cooking. I'm a caterer. So sometimes when I'm not out there, aside from health issues, when I'm not out there, I usually get 1 or 2 orders to events to make food for them. So that's all the things I do in cooking. My best option is cooking, catering. I have passion for it. My best option is cooking. I want to do more, I want to learn more, and I want to explore the kitchen. Presently, in my catering business, I do African dishes only.
Today, she drives to make ends meet, but tomorrow, she looks forward to returning fully to her dream. Because this is not just Vicky's story, it is the story of resilience, the story of sacrifice, the story of survival, a story of women proving that no road is too rough when determination is in the driver's seat.